Hi there, it's Phil. Been a while since the last video, but Dave and I are working on doing some more. Well, before Dave and I get to our Walking Dead vlogs and my vlogs on a couple movies I've seen recently, Spectre, Crimson Peak, and The Martian, I wanted to do a little discussion video similar to my DC Comics rant video that I did a while ago. Only, hopefully, this time it won't be so shouty. I'll admit, when I did my DC Comic rant video, I was kind of running on very little sleep. However, I was kind of, well, meh. I was pretty mad, pretty fed up with a bunch of shenanigans that DC had been doing, and the Convergence thing and all that. But, and all the other stuff that they've done with the New 52, and how they're really not changing much. But honestly, that just seems to pale in comparison lately with what Konami is doing. Recently, Konami has gotten themselves into a controversy of sorts, and that's probably putting it lightly. The Game Awards had happened, and Metal Gear Solid 5 had won the awards for Best Action Game and Best Soundtrack. But when the award was announced by Mark Hamill, and yeah, I saw the part of the video. I didn't get to watch the whole Game Awards, but I saw the video, and Mark Hamill, man, I mean, Mark Hamill was there, and Kiefer Sutherland, or Kiefer Sutherland, how do you pronounce his name, Dave?
Kiefer.
Kiefer? Okay,
Yeah.
well, Kiefer Sutherland, who played Snake, or Venom Snake, or Punish Snake, whatever his name is in the game. I've only played a bit of Phantom Pain, but it's pretty good. Kiefer Sutherland accepted the award on Hideo Kojima's behalf. And then Jeff Keighley, who was hosting the awards ceremony, said this, and I'm just reading it to you. Okay? As you notice, Hideo Kojima is not here with us tonight, and I want to tell you a little bit about that. Mr. Kojima had every intention of being with us tonight, but unfortunately he was informed by a lawyer representing Konami just recently that he would not be allowed to travel to tonight's awards ceremony to accept any awards. He's still under an employment contract, and it's disappointing. And it's inconceivable to me that an artist like Hideo would not be allowed to come here and celebrate with his peers and his fellow teammates. Wow. I mean, jeez Louise. To say that Konami has well and truly fucked up is pretty much an understatement at this point, because this is probably only the cherry on top, the icing on the cake, or the layers, or however you want to put it, because Konami, from what I've been looking up, has been really screwing up these past couple years. Now, granted, I haven't played a lot of Konami games, and maybe I've played some without being aware of it. I did play Metal Gear Solid 3, and that was a really awesome game. And I did play a couple other Metal Gear games, only bits. I haven't had a lot of time, but they've been pretty cool. But I haven't played much Silent Hill. I haven't played Castlevania or anything, or other franchises that Konami is known for. But I think it's safe to say that Konami is just well and truly done as a company, because this is just the latest in a long line of shenanigans, and probably going to be the last, because Konami is just well and truly done. I mean, first you got what they did with Silent Hill. From what I heard, they shipped it off to Western developers. They dismantled Team Silent, the ones that developed the original Silent Hill games. They shipped it off to Western developers and didn't get as good reception as the previous ones. Gee, I wonder why. Maybe it's because the developers didn't make a lot of games before those Silent Hill games that they were assigned. maybe that had something to do with it. Hideo Kojima has had a from what I heard, has pretty much had a strained relationship with them, and it's finally just culminating in all this, especially this year. First with the cancellation of Silent Hills, then Kojima getting fired, and the terrible PR and public debacle that's been going on with Konami and the Kojima issue, and then now this, and of course Konami deciding to turn their major franchises. They decided to abandon all video game development and decide to just create pachinko machines from now on. Say what you will about other companies, be it video game, movie, comic, anything. I mean, regardless of what you could say about EA or Activision or Marvel and DC or Fox or anybody in the shenanigans they pull, those probably look sane right now in comparison to Konami at this point. Because Konami has failed not just as a gaming company, not just as an entertainment business, but just as an organization, a company, business, anything in general. Heck, their CEO once said that he knew nothing about video games. He was just in it for the money and everything. It's like, oh wow. And Konami has terrible PR. You know, after the whole firing of Kojima, they said, oh, Kojima is not on. He's not fired. He's on vacation. That sounds something very eerily similar to what a parent tells their kid what happened to their lost dog. You know, oh, Kojima isn't fired. He's on vacation with all the other employees that we've treated like crap over the years, despite the fact they've made us a household name and brought us millions, lots of money. Oh boy. And apparently they got terrible working conditions. Like when employees need the stuff they need for the projects they're assigned, they won't get them for 2 weeks, or they get shamed for taking lunch breaks, or they just get driven to the brink of madness by all the archaic conditions that Konami puts on everyone. Oh, and departments within Konami, they're not allowed to talk to each other. Yeah, I'm sure that goes very well, doesn't it? They also have had terrible, operations they also have terrible operations regarding, when it comes to their actual games. Like, there was that whole month of madness that they tried to do with Silent Hill, release a new Silent Hill game every week during the month of May or April or something, which went terrible for them. There was that whole thing regarding the Metal Gear Solid HD collection being released on the same day as Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, and they didn't even do much to promote it. There are some games that Konami has released over the past couple years that weren't even revealed until a couple days or weeks before, or even after they came out. And of course, there's the whole Silent Hill HD collection debacle, where it was pretty much built from unfinished code for the original games, because apparently Konami has no good archival systems. They have no love, no respect, no any kind of appreciation for the things that made them what they are. Konami is well and truly done at this point. I cannot see them recovering from this at all. And not too long after the announcement, after the announcement at the Game Awards, multiple video game developers were immediately taking to Twitter and just outrightly bashing Konami for what they did. And regardless of what you feel towards Jeff Keighley, I mean, personally, I don't know too much about the guy. I mean, I've seen him do video game journalism stuff on Spike TV, and of course I've heard about Dorito Gate and everything. But whatever annoyance or anything that ill will that they feel towards Jeff Keighley, you gotta commend the guy for going up there in front of millions of people on live television and just revealing that. Because from what I heard, I bet you someone from Konami told Jeff not to mention Kojima or anything, and you know what? Jeff Keighley nutted up and revealed what happened, and you gotta commend the guy. I applaud him. I pretty much applaud him at this point, okay? I really don't see... Again, I know I'm repeating myself here, but I really don't see how Konami can recover themselves from this. They've delisted themselves from the New York Stock Exchange, and I'm not a stock guy, but I know that's pretty bad. Okay, that's really bad. The Kojima debacle made public. All their dirty laundry is pretty much aired out and left to dry and pretty much pecked at and shat on by birds and crows and carrion and everything. And now this latest thing. They can't even save face for themselves. They cannot just walk away in shame. They gotta still try to piss off everyone, despite the fact they're just not very well liked anymore. They're not welcome anymore. Okay? There's no way that they're gonna get out of this. I wouldn't be surprised if they will just go under. If not by the end of this year, then probably early next year. Dave, do you see a company like this recovering from this at all?
Probably not too good chances.
Yeah. I mean, would you want to work for people like this? Would you? No, I wouldn't either. I mean, I would love to, be a storyteller and do that kind of thing. If I was a video game developer like Hideo Kojima, I would have left a long time ago and taken whatever I made for them with me. I hope that Hideo Kojima, Konami, he'll sue them, or someone will sue them for him, and Hideo will take over and make it his own company, something like that, and possibly bring back Silent Hills or anything, make good quality stuff that Konami was once known for. Or hell, don't even have Konami's name in it. Don't even mention Konami's name in the same sentence as the products that would be under the new company if Kojima takes over, which I hope will happen. I mean, I know he was vice president of Konami, and then he stepped down probably because he wanted to focus on video game development more. But yeah, hopefully something like that will happen. But as far as Konami right now is concerned, again, they're just well and truly done. They are dead. They're just dead. Okay? Any other company and their shenanigans, right now, at least right now, those pale in comparison. Those pretty much look sane in comparison to Konami right now. And, yeah. So, and, I mean, I only first heard about the stuff regarding Konami, I heard some stuff. I mean, at first, over the past couple of years, but it wasn't until now. I mean, it wasn't until with the cancellation of Silent Hills, a game I was really looking forward to. I hadn't played much of the Silent Hill games, and I thought, with Silent Hills possibly coming out, I thought this would not only be a great way for me to get into Silent Hill, but it'd also be probably one of the greatest, it could have been the greatest horror game ever made. But Konami had to be petty and just outright cancel it because they wanted Kojima to do more Metal Gear. I mean, it must have been like, Kojima, we want you to work on more Metal Gear. And Kojima was like, no, I want to do this new thing. I've been doing Metal Gear for so long. Let me do this new thing, okay? And Konami was like, okay, screw you, you're fired. And then they canceled it. And PT gone from the PlayStation Store. But yeah, it is... And of course, they want to turn all their major franchises their major gaming franchises, they want to abandon all video game development and just make pachinko machines. Which I don't really think is going to do very well. Oh, sure, it might do well in Japan and other countries, but as far as people who wanted, real video games from Konami of their major franchises, they're not going to fly. They're not going to fly with anyone. Konami is dead. Enough said. Well, not really. I've still got some more stuff to say, but yeah. Konami, just fuck you. Okay? Fuck you. Fuck Konami. And kudos to Jeff Keighley. Kudos to Kiefer Sutherland and everyone involved with Metal Gear Solid 5. And really, big thumbs up. Double thumbs up to Hideo Kojima. And I really hope, I'm looking forward to whatever you make next, Mr. Kojima. Okay? So, I'm Phil, and let's hope we can move forward from this. Thanks.